If you are still redrawing bathroom layouts, vanities, and plumbing details for every project, here's how you can turn those past bathroom renovations and new builds into a reusable library that will save you hours. Bathroom designs might look different from project to project, but the work behind them is often the same. We're recreating layouts, we're redrawing vanities, rebuilding plumbing fixtures over and over again. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to stop redrawing all of that bathroom stuff from scratch by turning every project into a reusable documentation library. We're going to focus on rebuilding an adaptable layouts template, vanity and fixture libraries, and detailed systems that help your workflow get faster and more organized with every single project. I'm going to be demonstrating this process today using Rayon Design, where we're going to first import a floor plan, design a complete bathroom layout, work with vanity and plumbing fixtures, apply materials and finishes, and organize everything into clear, concise documentations that are ready to pass over to your client, all in one place. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a bathroom design workflow that's more efficient, consistent, and far easier to maintain over time. You can go ahead and create a free Rayon account using the link below in the description to follow along and duplicate the templates that we're going to use in this tutorial. Let's go ahead and get started. So whether you are renovating an existing bathroom or maybe designing a new one, the process usually starts by importing a DWG file of the project. So to demonstrate the bathroom design template and resource library, we'll walk through a realistic step-by-step workflow. So we're going to start by importing a DWG, and then we'll edit and redesign the bathroom space before moving into layout, millwork, and plumbing details. So I'm just in a blank new model right inside of Rayon, and I'm going to go to the hamburger menu over here and go to import DWG. We're going to search for our CAD file, which is bathroom DWG, and I'll hit open. And then it's going to prompt you with a few questions about layers. I'm just going to import as is. And this is what the preview is going to look like. It is asking me to draw a line by clicking 2 points. Usually I just pick some sort of opening, something that I might know the dimension of. So right here, let's click those 2 points. It's asking me if it is 1 meter, and I'm going to say, yes, that is correct. This is basically just making sure that it brings it into scale. So I'll just say continue, and then it says pick an insertion point, and we'll just pick, and there you have it. So obviously you can see that it has maintained some of the blocks, some of the layers. If we go over to our layers panel here, you can see that it actually brings in all of the layers, the native layers from your CAD file. Basically anything that was in the CAD file is now in here and completely editable. Now, it is up to you whether you want to redraw some of these items in Rayon. For instance, the walls and the openings might be helpful to redraw in Rayon, and let me just show you why. Because when I select one of these walls, it's basically just like vector, hatch, and lines, and it takes a little bit more effort to move them. Whereas if we had a true Rayon wall, which I can show you by drawing our wall here in a second, it's easier to kind of expand them and move them. Now, if you're not going to be moving any walls in your project, it might not be worth it to redraw them. But just for the sake of demonstration, let's go ahead and lock this entire thing, and I'll show you how you can actually retrace the walls in this file. And then we'll dive into what the actual project scope is and what we're going to be doing with this floor plan. So I'm going to just select this entire thing, and I'm going to right click and say lock. And so now I can't touch or move or edit anything, which is good because I just want to show you how you can actually retrace these walls. So down here with the wall tool, you can create a new layer to work from. So I'm going to hit the plus layer, and let's say Rayon walls, and make sure that little checkbox is there. So we're drawing in the layer, and we'll grab the wall tool. And I'm just going to start by basically tracing these walls that we have here. So you can choose to trace it from the inside, the outside, whatever. I'm going to just do like this and basically click the corners. And you can see that it's drawing walls as I kind of move around here and trace. And again, I've got all of the CAD line work locked, so that should not impact any of my drawing. It just allows me to kind of retrace it. So again, you would just kind of like continue doing that. When you're done, you just click enter, click done. And now you can see all of my walls here. They're obviously the wrong width, so we can easily adjust that. So if I select this wall here, we can go over into the style here and adjust the thickness. So for instance, this looks like it might be a 12-inch wall. So if I click 12 inches, Now you can see that this wall actually kind of like fills out that space a little bit better. I also like to change the fill as I am tracing, so I like to put it to like a red color so I can see the difference. You can also easily add like a gradient or a texture or hatch, or even upload your own image to add to the style fill. And once you get that looking the way you want it to, you can actually hit save style, and we can call this 12-inch exterior wall. And now what you can do is actually select all of your other walls and just use your pick style and just eyedrop that wall, and it will automatically change the style of those walls to match the new one that you have created. So just continue to do that all around your space. And then what's nice about that now is that we can actually select these walls and easily move them in and out. So instead of using the vector lines and, having to select everything and the hatch and the lines and everything, we can easily just like adjust these walls as we need to. Now, our main focus here is going to actually be this bathroom. So I'm going to right click in the canvas and say unlock all. And now you can see that everything is completely editable. So, maybe we're not going to be adjusting any walls in this space. So let's just go ahead and delete, anything in this bathroom that exists and is going to be demolished. So I'm going to just delete this entire bathroom space. And now we have a blank space to work from, and we can actually add in our own blocks and styles and everything later. Now, after some retracing and restyling, your model can look something like this. So here we've got a more realistic style. We've got basically all of the walls have been replaced with rayon walls. All of the blocks have been replaced with rayon blocks. So they're like easily editable in here. And now that our base plan is ready, I can show you how to actually add a style to our floor, and then we're going to build out this space. So you can see that every single floor here basically has a texture associated with it. Now, an easy way to do that is just to place a zone in your room. And how to do that is to grab your zone tool down here and then just basically hover over the space. You can see that these spaces are already zoned out, but when I hover over this blank space that does not have a zone, you can see that it's kind of like a light blue. So if I click there, it's going to create a zone for me. And now what I can do is I can apply a style the same way that I applied a style to our walls earlier, but you can add something a little bit more realistic if you'd like. So just by clicking here, we can go to texture, and then select something, maybe we want to do like a tile in the bathroom. So maybe we select that tile. Maybe we want to make it a little bit less opaque, just to like be less in your face. You might want to rescale it. So you can just go on the transform. Maybe we want to make this tile a little bit bigger. So multiply it by 2. So now we're starting to see this realistic tile in here. And this is kind of indicating that this is a bathroom, right? Now, if you do want to rename this, instead of saying zone 16, all you do is just select on the zone and just say bathroom, and it will rename that for you. And of course, it also gives you the area inside it as well. So now that we kind of have that matching the rest of our spaces, let's go ahead and start to outfit this bathroom using our bathroom design template. So this way we'll be able to explore some layout typologies and design details and just copy them directly into the current project instead of starting from scratch. We can just kind of simply adjust what we already have to fit our new space. And this is going to save a significant amount of time compared to starting from scratch. Now that we are in the template file, I just want to walk you through kind of how this is structured. So you can see over here under canvases that we've got the bathroom layouts here. So if we just zoom in, you can see that there are multiple different bathroom layouts. Again, very just like standard designs that I've used on past projects that worked really well. And again, might not fit every single bathroom, but can be easily adjusted to fit other bathrooms. So, it's kind of like if I create something, if I design something that works really well, or I think I might use on another project, I just basically copy it into this template, and then that way I can reuse it again. And you can see that these all have basically like the floor plan version, the elevation, section, details. So again, I don't have to start from scratch. I can just kind of copy and paste this into my next project. Moving down, we've got some plumbing details here. This is something that every interior designer basically loathes drawing. So having these like readily made, ready to just copy paste, or even like simply adjust, maybe even just adjusting some of the spec callouts or something. Just having this already ready at your fingertips is super, super useful. And then moving down, we also have some mood boards in here. So again, just some styles that have worked in the past for me that I don't want to have to recreate, or, maybe I just want to replace one item in there. These are just really, really good starter kits. And again, just select it, copy and paste it into your new working project file, and you're, most of the way there. And then lastly, we have our presentation template, which just makes it really easy in the end when you want to assemble everything together. This is just, already laid out exactly how I want it. I've got my title page, got my inspiration, I've got my floor plan, my elevations, sections, and so on and so forth. And those things are just already prepared for me, so I can just copy and paste this and then replace any images that I need to without starting from scratch. So we'll just test a couple different layouts in here and see if any of them work with what we have. Let's go to this one, the bathroom console vanity. I'm just going to basically select all of this, right click and copy as export, so that way I can bring it into another model. And then going back into our model, I'm going to actually lock everything again. So just select it all and lock. And that way nothing's going to move when I bring this in, which I will just paste it in here. And that way I can just place it where I need to. So you can see that this actually seems to fit pretty well right off the bat. I can also get in here and just delete the walls that I already have. So we don't need walls on this, but let's go ahead and just delete those. Delete, delete. And this is really all that I need. So I can just move this in here, and if I like this, then I can easily just select some elements and move them to work with what we have. You can scale it up, scale that up. You can move some things around, if we want to recenter some of these. I don't really need the tile floor here, so I could delete that and delete some of these tags here, and then, just move things around. We already have the blocks in here. I just can easily adjust this to fit our space, again, without completely starting from scratch. So that layout works, but let's try another one. So I'll just delete that. And again, because I have everything locked, I don't have to worry about adjusting anything else in the project. We're really just in this one little space. So having everything locked really helps. So back in our layout template, let's go try out our freestanding vanity option over here. And again, I can just copy this entire thing. There's some details that I maybe don't need, but we can just copy it and then delete them when we get in there. So I will copy as export, and you can see too, before I bring this in, that I already have all of the elevations and sections set up here. Again, I might have to adjust them based on the size, but it is a super helpful starter kit. Again, I don't have to do this from scratch. It already has blocks in it. It already has even styles in it. So let's move into our model, and then we'll just paste it in here. So we'll say paste, and I'm gonna just move it off to the side here for a sec. And obviously we need to rotate it. So I'll just rotate that. And then let's go ahead and just delete our walls again and delete some of these extra annotation things that we don't need. So basically all of those, I don't need any of my shadows for right now. And we'll just basically move this into this space, and I can see already that it actually fits pretty perfectly. So I'm just gonna line it up, and I'm actually gonna delete the floor because I like my floor. And now you can see that basically the bathroom is designed, right? I didn't have to do that much, and I can already see that the bathroom is mostly designed. So I'm gonna right click and unlock all. I'm gonna make this floor pattern a little bit more transparent, just because I feel like it's a little too in my face. And there you have it. So if I would have left my shadows in there, I could have easily just kept those in there, but you can also just kind of extend any other ones that you have, or don't even use them. It really doesn't matter. And then, if you don't like this countertop, you can easily just detach the style and create a new one. So maybe we want to do more of a granite type thing. So I'll just click on the terrazzo, and maybe that's more our style. But as you can see, that the bathroom is basically designed, and that took us 1 minute to copy it over. It might not always be that easy. Sometimes you might have to adjust things, but again, Rayon makes it super easy. So you can just kind of scale and move as you need to. If I, maybe wanted to add another sink to this project, I could easily just make that countertop bigger, copy paste the sink, and voila. That was so easy, right? Now, as you can see, I already have some blocks that are coming in from other projects, but Rayon does have a huge library of blocks, 10,000 plus to be exact, and they're all in top, front, side views. I'll show you where to access those. You can just go over here to the blocks and then libraries, and under blocks here, you can just search for whatever you want, or you can go to libraries and everything is kind of like laid out here. So for instance, we might want to be looking for bathroom, and there we're going to find all different kinds of like toilets or sinks or anything like that. Like for instance, if we decide we don't want this kind of sink and we want to maybe replace it with something different, you can easily do that here. So like this round sink, I can say open, and it's going to show me 3 different views. So, you know, if I want this right here, I can just drag it in and adjust it. And, you know, if I wanted to basically replace the sinks that I have, I can just delete those. You just might need to do a little bit of relayering. So let's go back to our layers, find the round sink and bring it up to the top. And now you can see that we have this new round sink. If you wanted to do 2 of them, you could always scale that down, put it over here, and then, you know, paste it over here. So really easy to kind of bring in other blocks, adjust them as you need to. You can also bring in your own blocks from CAD, obviously, as we've already seen. Additionally, there are parametric blocks in Rayon, which basically just means that they scale and adjust a little bit differently than a typical block would. So to show you some examples of that, now in order to find the parametric blocks in the block library, you'll just go to your library, make sure you're in your blocks, and just add a filter here that says is parametric and save. And then what it will do is it will search for parametric blocks. You can see this little like symbol here that basically indicates that these are all parametric. And let me just show you what that means as opposed to just like a regular block here. So here I have a parametric bathroom sink, and you can see just by clicking it, it looks a little bit different. I've got these arrows here as opposed to this one, there are no arrows. So if I, you know, scale this, it basically just scales it up or down. Now with this one, I can actually adjust just certain parts of it instead of scaling it all together. This is scaling it in just one direction. So you'll notice that this is really useful with things like kitchen tables and couches and things like that, where you don't necessarily want to like scale the entire thing. You just want to add a seat to it. That's kind of similar to what this is doing. The parametric blocks can come in handy in certain areas if you need them. Now you can also use their AI panel here to create blocks. If there's something that you cannot find that matches what you want, you can easily just ask the AI panel over here to create a block for you. So we're just going to pop back in here into the template to grab an image of a sink that we wanted to create a block for. Now a sink is pretty simple, right? It's probably just going to be like a square. But just to show you what Rayon can do, let's just copy as export and place that image in here. So we'll place it, comes in really small. But what we're going to do is we're going to tell the AI panel to generate a CAD block based on this image. So I'm going to say use selected image. And then under tools, I will say generate a CAD block. And I don't even have to prompt it anything. I just hit send. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a top as well as 2 different side views of the product image. And then, you know, we might have to adjust them a little bit. And again, this is going to be a really simple CAD block because this is like just basically a rectangle with some filleted edges. So as you can see, the AI has generated some different views of this sink. So all I have to do here is say insert. And now you can see that that's a pretty accurate representation of this sink. And then there are also the side views as well. It even added like some of the piping in there. So later when we are doing elevations, we can use that. Again, this is a really simple CAD block, but you can see up here, there was another one that I had prompted with this vanity that it did, which if I insert that, again, pretty accurate. So sometimes it takes a couple of different prompts within the AI to get it to look right. But as I've said, it's just a really good start. So you don't have to be drawing this stuff from scratch every time. And again, if you find something that you like, then you can just reuse it again, which brings me to my next point, which is that you can create your own templates. Obviously, like we've been using this template that I created, but you can use any blocks or styles, any model that you've created and actually transform it into a template. So really all you need to do is just start dropping your blocks or your styles or anything onto a canvas. And then once you create that canvas, similar to this one that I've created here, all you need to do is go to the share button and you can either publish it as a template, which is then going to be reusable for the future, Or you can go to libraries here and publish your styles or publish your blocks. And what that's going to do is it's going to basically take all of the styles from your project that you've created, and it will put them into a style library, and then you just import those into a future project and insert those into the project, and then you can reuse those on every project. So as we've seen so far, having a template at your fingertips just makes laying out and redesigning so much faster. Just like with floor plans, you can copy those sections, elevations, millwork, all that stuff back in the layouts here. So, once you select one of these designs, then you can just copy and paste these as well as your elevations. And having these sections, elevations, millwork, drawings from your library just makes it so simple because you can just kind of adjust the layout based on the changes that you've made. And now that our drawing process is clear, I want to show you 2 more time savers that will also make your drawings more impressive and expressive. Let's start with how you can use that AI panel to extract more value from your drawings with just a few clicks. So back to Rayon's AI panel over here. This really helps you design, visualize, and refine bathroom projects faster than ever. From generating axonometric views to creating custom CAD blocks, as we just did, producing realistic 3D renderings, yes, you heard that right, and even swapping fixtures, finishes, and materials. You can use single prompts to save hours and explore more design options faster than ever. This is especially powerful during the early design phase when you want to present clients with multiple different bathroom layout options, material options before you actually commit to anything, and before you're moving into your more detailed shop drawings. So let's see how we can bring a bathroom plan to life by creating a quick 3D axonometric view without even doing any 3D modeling. And we'll also apply our mood board materials to it with just a few prompts. Back in here in our working model, I'm going to just take a screenshot of this bathroom here and basically prompt the AI to generate a 3D axon. So I'm just going to hit the plus button over here, say add screenshot. This is just a quick way to literally add a screenshot of your space that you want it to recognize. And then I'm also going to go to tools over here and I'll say create an axonometric view of the scene's floor plan. And then I don't have to say anything else. I'll just say send, and it's going to basically create a vector looking axon based on the floor plan that I gave it. Sometimes it will also take into account any of the materials that you have. So if you want it to just be a blank space or a blank slate, I would just remove your materials or just make all of these a white fill. But what's really cool is that we can also prompt the AI to make different styles of this. So we can do a clay style. We could also give it a mood board and say, apply these materials to the axon. So I'll show you how to do that here in just a minute. Okay, so as we can see over here, it looks like it has created an axon, which actually doesn't look super accurate. It's moved the sink a little bit. If I say preview, it looks like it moved the sink on the other wall. So I'm going to X out of that and we're just going to try that again. Now, we have to just kind of be mindful with AI, right? Because it's not always going to be super accurate. And sometimes it does take a couple different tries. So I'm going to hit the plus sign here and we'll say add screenshot. We're going to just get as tight into this bathroom as possible. And we'll take the screenshot there, and then I'll say tools and generate axon, and we'll hit send again and see what it comes up with. Okay, so it looks like this new one that it created is a little bit more accurate. It looks like it threw in a door there, which that might be part of the plan, might not. But just for tutorial purposes, let's go ahead and insert the image, and then we can stylize this a couple different ways. So let's select the image, and then over here we'll say use selected image. And you can see that it's basically populated this with the image. And under tools, we're gonna say stylize, and you can select whatever you want. So we could either do a clay model, we could do realistic. Let's just do a clay model to start, and we'll hit send and then see what it does there. And then we can also go grab a mood board from our template and then apply those materials to the axon. So jumping back into the template under the mood boards, I can select whichever one I want. So I'm going to just go ahead and select this one here. So I'll just basically copy as export and go back into our model, and off to the side, I'm just going to paste that, scale it up a little bit, and just keep it handy for whenever we need it. Now scrolling down, let's go see what it did here. So if I say insert image, now we have our basically the exact same axon just as a clay rendering. which is super cool. And so then you can also apply these materials to the axon. So I'm going to first take a screenshot over here of my mood board. So take a screenshot of the mood board, and then also add in a selected image. You can select either, let's just try selecting the clay. We'll say use selected image. So I want to make sure that both of those are populated here, and then under tools, we can either say realistic look, let's say realistic look and feel, and see how it does there. You can also type in a prompt here that would say like apply mood board materials to the axon, but let's see how it interprets this. So we'll just hit send. What's really cool too that I just noticed is it actually did add our little hex pattern, and it actually looks kind of like 3D tiles, and you can also see like the terrazzo here. So like the materials are there, they're just kind of grayed out. So I think that's pretty cool. Okay, so let's see here. If we preview this other image, now we can see that it did apply some materials, and I'm actually pretty impressed. Let's go ahead and insert the image, and yeah, so it looks like it applied some of the materials from the mood board, and yeah, I mean, I think it did a pretty good job. We've got like the terrazzo. If you wanted to get more specific, you could, you know, grab this tile here and the image and say like apply tile to walls or something like that. The AI is actually pretty good about really specific prompts. So that just kind of like is an easy way to start building more of a 3D representation without actually having to build the 3D representation. And this is just going to make the design intent so much more clear to clients. So now that we've kind of learned how to do all this stuff, let's go ahead and see how it all comes together in our final part where we set up our client presentation. Now, as you might know, Rayon is a one-stop shop to go all the way from our conceptual design to construction documentation to client presentation. So we can use our model canvases and paper canvases to create our drawings, set up our drawings, and then always have them like up to date, the drawings up to date, represented in our documentation, whether we're working with the team or presenting to the client. So let's go ahead and dive in and see how we can finally present this design. Back into our template again, I'm going to go to our paper canvas bathroom presentation, and this is where this guy comes in handy. So we're going to literally just copy this entire thing. So just selecting everything, right click, copy as export. And then in our model, we're going to go to our paper canvas. So up until now, we've been working in our model canvas, which is just kind of like the working space. In the paper canvas, this is kind of where you present everything. So I don't need to create a page because I'm literally going to just paste the pages that I have. So I'm going to say paste. And now if we zoom in, we can see that our presentation is started, right? Now we can notice that there are quite a few drawings that are missing, and that's just because we need to add in our own floor plan and stuff like that. But this is such a good starter kit that has like a lot of stuff ready to go for us that can be easily swapped out or just reused. So we can change out some of the images in our mood boards, change out some of the colors, the textures, anything like that, just by, you know, importing any new images. We do also need to add in some of our views over here. So for instance, the proposed floor plan as well as elevations, and then we'll drop in our axons, and then I'll show you how to actually share this with the client. So you can see here that there's a view that we just need to delete, and instead we're going to create a new view from our model canvas. So I'm going to just say plus right here, go to view from model canvas, and it's going to basically drop our model canvas on here. Now, before I resize anything, I need to rescale this so the floor plan fits on the page. So having the view selected, I'm just going to go over here to scale, and you can just start by selecting a couple of different sizes. Let's try 1 to 200, maybe that'll work. So once it kind of looks like it's fitting on the page, now to kind of clean it up, you can just hold down your command or whatever it is on a window to kind of close this in. Sorry, I'm working on a Mac. And now we kind of have like a more streamlined floor plan, obviously, that looks much nicer. And then same goes for over here. So maybe we want to show more of a close-up of the bathroom. So maybe I copy and paste this view and we scale it up. So let's go to like 1 to 50. And again, we'll use our little command key and we can just kind of like zoom in on the bathroom. And this could be kind of more of like our detail shot. And then if we wanted to, we could also add in our elevations and sections. So going back into the template then, We'll go to our layouts and grab these two sections, copy as export, and back into our model canvas. I will just paste those. If you need to adjust them based on any design adjustments that you did, this would be the time to do that. I'm just gonna leave them as is just to show you how to get them on the paper canvas. So back to our paper canvas, again, we can just place a new view. So go to view, model canvas, and we can see those right there. Now we do probably wanna make sure that they're the same scale as the floor plan. So this one is 1:50, so let's make our scale 1:50. And again, just holding down that command key to clean this up a little bit. And now we've got our little bathroom as well as our sections. So you can see that this starts to come together really easily because we've already got everything kind of set up and easy to copy paste. Now, lastly, let me just show you how to get our little axon onto this page. Couple different ways that you could do it. You could either do that same process of the view from model canvas, or I usually like to just go into my model canvas and just copy the axon and go back to our paper canvas and paste it on the axon directly. Then you can just add some little callouts if you want to. So like if there was a specific material that you wanted to call out, you can add that right there. We need to bring that above our layer over there. Or you could also add in like a material callout. So you could just do like a little circle here, add in a little circle and fill it with an actual texture. So, you know, we talked about doing the ceramic tiles. Let's see, let's change the size to 0.1. So you can see that that's kind of like calling that out now, or if you have like an actual spec, then you can easily do that as well. Another cool little way to add in some more detail is to actually bring in a section cut of the plumbing details. So back in our template again, we do have some cut throughs of the plumbing details, so we can just easily copy as export and go back to our model. And in our model canvas, just paste that detail in here. And we can add that in our paper canvas. So adding in view again from model canvas and scale it however you need to. So let's scale it a little bit larger this time, going in the wrong direction. And then once we kind of close in on this detail here, now we've got this detail. And again, we can just kind of do like a call out if you wanted to, something like that. My arrow's pointing in the wrong direction. But anyway, easy way to add in those details that we already have kind of drawn. If you wanted it to be on another sheet, obviously it could be on another sheet, but this is just kind of a fun way to represent that detail and kind of tie it together with the axon. Now, to wrap up the process, we can either export our presentation as a PDF or a PNG, which is very simple to do. So we've got our presentation here. We can easily go to the hamburger menu, export to PDF. You can say all images or all pages, or you could export it to an image as an image, do all of the images. But my favorite way to do this is to actually export this as a URL presentation for your client to easily just view on the web. And that also makes it easy to just like update and stuff. So all you need to do is go to your share button here, go to this presentation tab, and then just toggle this on. And what it's going to do is it's going to literally create this as a presentation just in a URL. So if you copy that, open it, this is what it's going to look like when your client actually opens up the URL that you send them. So as you can see here, it's like a true presentation style, just kind of, you know, click through. And you can see we've got our floor plan. This obviously we needed to clean up, but that's the nice thing is that you can kind of clean this stuff up and then just, you know, share it again and it'll be updated. That's one of my favorite ways to use this share tool. Now you can also give other team members access, just right under here under access, make them an editor, a viewer, or you could also do a public link if you want others to be able to change some things in the project. Just a really, really easy way to coordinate with everyone. And that is the complete bathroom design workflow. Today we covered how to design with a system, one that helps you stop redrawing bathroom layouts, vanities, and plumbing fixtures, and instead build a reusable library that grows with every project. By combining these adaptable layouts, the CAD blocks, and detail libraries into a single template, you can move faster in that early design phase, communicate more clearly with your clients, and produce bathroom documentation with far less friction. The more you design, the more efficient and powerful your design workflow becomes. My recommendation is to always start small, take one of your past bathroom projects, and just turn it into a template. This way you can save your most used details and begin compounding your work instead of starting from scratch each time. You can go ahead and create a free Rayon account using the link in the description below, and just go ahead and duplicate those templates and apply them to your own practice. Thanks for designing along with me today. I will see you in the next tutorial.